Hey there, have you ever felt like you're just on the verge of something truly extraordinary, but you don't even realize it yet? Maybe life feels a bit too ordinary, or you're going through challenges that cloud your vision. But today, I want to tell you something very important. God is calling you. Yes, you. Right now. You might not always feel it, and sometimes it may seem like His voice is quiet, but trust me, God has been whispering to you all along. From the moment you woke up this morning, to every breath you've taken, His presence is with you, guiding you, even in the most subtle ways. What if, today, you could begin to recognize that call? What if your life could shift from ordinary to extraordinary, just by opening your heart a little more to Him? In this video, we're going to talk about how to tune into God's voice, how to face the struggles with unwavering faith, and how to walk in the promises He has for you. So stay with me, because what I'm about to share could change the way you see your journey with God forever. You know, sometimes we get so caught up in the busyness of life that we forget to slow down and listen. God's voice doesn't always come in the way we expect. It's not always a loud, booming sound or a direct answer to our prayers. More often, it's subtle. It's in a gentle breeze that brushes against your face, the soft whisper of the wind through the trees, or even in the quiet moments of your day when you suddenly feel a sense of peace. God is always speaking. He's always present. And the truth is, He's been with you since the very beginning. From the moment you took your first breath, He's been guiding your steps, weaving His presence into your life like an unbreakable thread. Think about it, every moment of joy, every challenge, every bit of heartache, He's been there, using each experience to shape you and prepare you for the journey ahead. But here's the key, we have to be intentional about hearing Him. It's easy to miss His voice when the noise of the world gets too loud. All the distractions, the pressures, the constant demands of life can drown out that quiet, gentle call. But when you take a step back, when you intentionally quiet the chaos, that's when you'll hear it. God's voice, steady, calming, guiding you every step of the way. And here's the beautiful thing, God's voice doesn't only show up in the good times, when everything's smooth and peaceful. No, He's there in the difficult moments too. In fact, it's often during the hardest trials when His presence is strongest. When the valleys are deep, when the shadows loom, and when the path seems unclear, He's right there, holding your hand, making sure you don't lose your way. You might not always feel it, but God is a constant in your life. When the world feels like it's falling apart, and uncertainty tries to creep into your heart, remember this, God is your light. He's the one guiding you, even when the fog of doubt makes it hard to see the way ahead. He doesn't abandon you in the storms. Instead, He walks with you, step by step, through the rain until you reach clearer skies. So, if you're feeling lost or overwhelmed right now, I want you to take a deep breath. You are not alone. God is with you, in every moment, in every breath you take. Trust that He is guiding you, even when you can't see it clearly. You know, it's easy to have faith when things are going well, isn't it? When life feels smooth, and everything's falling into place, faith feels effortless. But what about when things get hard? When the storms roll in, and you're faced with uncertainty, fear, or pain, how do you hold on to faith then? I want you to know something important. God never promised that the journey would be easy. He never said that we wouldn't face battles or experience heartache. In fact, He said the opposite. He warned us that life would come with trials, with valleys that seem impossible to cross. But here's the beautiful part, even though He didn't promise us an easy road, He did promise that He'd walk it with us. When challenges arise, it's normal to feel overwhelmed, maybe even defeated at times. But these are the moments when faith becomes more than just a word, it becomes your lifeline. Faith is what carries you through the storms, through the moments when you feel like giving up. It's the anchor that keeps you grounded when everything else feels shaky. You see, faith isn't about having all the answers or knowing exactly what's going to happen next. Faith is trusting in God's plan, even when you can't see it. It's believing that He's working behind the scenes, orchestrating every detail for your good, even when everything around you looks uncertain. And I get it. Sometimes it feels like the world is pressing in from all sides. The pressure to be perfect, to succeed, to meet expectations, it's a lot. But here's the thing, you don't have to carry that weight alone. God is your strength. He's your protector. He's the one standing beside you in every battle, holding up a shield when you're too tired to fight. He's the one fighting for you when you don't have the strength to fight for yourself. Whatever challenges you're facing right now, whether it's a health issue, a financial struggle, a broken relationship, or just the weight of the world pressing down on you, know this: God sees you. He knows your pain, He knows your fears, and He's right there with you in the middle of it all. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. So when the world tries to shake your faith, when the doubts creep in and make you question everything, remember that God has already promised victory. He's not only your guide through the storm, He's the one who calms the storm. Trust Him. He's got you, even when you feel like you're falling. Have you ever felt like you're waiting for something bigger? Like deep down, you know there's a promise on the horizon, but you just can't see it yet? Here's the truth: God's promises are already at work in your life, even when you can't quite see the results yet. You see, God is always faithful to His promises. It's easy to doubt, especially when circumstances feel heavy or when the world around you seems chaotic. But here's something I want you to hold on to: God is never late. He doesn't forget His word. Every promise He has spoken over your life is being woven into reality, even if it's happening in ways you can't fully understand. Maybe you've been praying for something for a long time. Maybe you're hoping for a breakthrough, a change, a blessing that seems just out of reach. And I get it, it's hard to keep the faith when you don't see immediate results. But faith, real faith, is believing in the unseen. It's trusting that God is working, even when the evidence isn't clear. Remember, the seeds of God's promises are often planted in the soil of patience. Sometimes they take time to bloom. But here's the exciting part: this could be your season. This could be the time when God's promises unfold before you in a way that surprises and amazes you. And even if it doesn't happen in the exact way you expect, know that His plan for you is far greater than anything you could have imagined. Faith is the key that unlocks those promises. When you continue to believe, even when circumstances try to shake you, you're opening the doors to abundance, blessings, and God's favor. Don't let the doubts or the delays make you question your worth or your future. You were chosen by God long before you even entered this world. His plan for you is greater than any challenge or criticism you face. So, today, I want to remind you, hold on to your faith. Don't give up on the promises God has whispered to your heart. They're coming to pass, maybe not all at once, but step by step. Each day brings you closer to the fulfillment of what He has planned for you. The waiting is part of the journey. And when the time is right, you'll see those promises unfold in ways that will leave you in awe. There's a moment in every journey when the weight of fear and doubt can feel overwhelming. You may look around at your life and wonder if you're really strong enough, brave enough, or capable of facing what lies ahead. But here's the truth: courage doesn't come from avoiding fear. It comes from walking through it with faith. God never asks us to be fearless. He knows that we're human, and fear is part of our experience. What He asks is for us to trust Him more than we trust our fears. The courage you need isn't something you have to create on your own. It's a gift that comes from your faith in God's promises. When you trust in Him, you tap into a strength that is far greater than anything you could muster on your own. Think of the times in your life when things felt impossible. Maybe you faced heartbreak, loss, or setbacks that knocked the wind out of you. But look at where you are now. You survived those moments. You grew through them. And that's the power of faith. It transforms your struggles into strength. With God by your side, you don't have to be afraid of what's ahead, because you're never walking that path alone. Every time despair tries to creep into your heart, remind yourself of this: God is faithful. He has brought you this far, and He will continue to carry you. When your faith is your foundation, courage naturally springs up, no matter how hard the road may seem. Keep going, not because the road is easy, but because your faith makes you unstoppable. Triumphs will come. Maybe you're already seeing glimpses of them, or perhaps they still feel a little far off. But trust me, they're on the way. When they arrive, it's important to remember where those victories come from and how to receive them with grace, humility, and wisdom. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of success. Whether it's a personal achievement, a breakthrough in your relationships, or financial blessings, victories can bring a lot of joy and satisfaction. But here's the thing: don't let the glow of success make you forget who carried you through the tough times. Remember, it wasn't just your strength or talent that got you here. God was guiding you every step of the way. Humility is key. When you receive your triumphs, don't be tempted to let pride take over. Instead, recognize that every victory is a gift from God. It's a reflection of His faithfulness to you, not just your own effort. Celebrate your wins, but stay grounded in gratitude. Keep your heart open to God, always remembering that He's the source of your strength and success. Wisdom also plays a crucial role. When you achieve those victories, how you handle them matters. Don't let success divert you from the path of faith. Instead, let it deepen your trust in God, knowing that even in times of prosperity, He's still your greatest guide. True wisdom is understanding that every blessing you receive is part of a bigger plan, one designed by God for your growth and His glory. So when those victories come, embrace them with a humble heart, thanking God for His guidance, and walk forward with the wisdom that every blessing is a testament to His love for you. As we wrap up, I want you to take a moment and reflect on everything we've talked about today. God is calling you to a journey that's beyond the ordinary, a journey where faith, courage, and His promises guide every step. No matter what challenges you face or how uncertain the path may seem, remember that God is always with you. His voice is constant, His promises are true, and His strength is unshakable. This year, this moment, could be the time when God's promises for your life begin to unfold. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Trust in Him. Walk forward with courage and embrace every blessing with humility and wisdom. Before you go, I want to invite you to join this community by subscribing to the channel. Here, we continue to explore God's Word, seek His guidance, and encourage one another on this journey of faith. If you found hope or inspiration in this message, hit the like button and share it with someone who might need to hear it today. Remember, you are chosen, you are loved, and God is with you every step of the way. Stay connected, stay encouraged, and never stop believing in the extraordinary path God has set for you.